What is your master assessment? Master assessments are beliefs about ourselves that usually develop very early in life. They're messages that we receive from our parents or from our siblings, and then we try to model and live up to the rest of our lives. Master assessments are beliefs that we hold as close as fact as you can possibly get. We see no difference between a master assessment and an actual fact. The reality, though, is that these master assessments are just that, assessments. They're opinions. They're made up. They're a belief that we hold about ourselves, but they're not actually true. I'm going to give you one of mine that developed about 15 years ago when I opened my first business. Back then, I didn't really have much of a plan. I had a good skill and I had a decent product, but I had really no idea what I was doing. This also happened to be during the recession, and so money was very scarce. It was very difficult to do business. I ran that business into the ground. I'm not happy to admit, and I developed a very deep fear about finances. I developed a very deep anxiety around how I was going to always have enough money, because during that period of time I really didn't have anything, and it was a really difficult struggle for me to get from day to day and just keep this thing going. And so what did I do? From that, I decided that I needed to be safe. I needed to get a job, and I needed to work for a paycheck. And I've done that for the last 15 years. And it's worked out relatively well, but I don't feel fulfilled. And that master assessment that I held from 15 years ago has always been with me. It doesn't matter how much money is in the bank account, how many investments are out there, or where my financial situation is, I always feel like the other shoe's about to drop. And this is a master assessment of mine that's deeply ingrained. And now as I'm moving back out into the world, it's something that haunts me on a daily basis. And so it's something that I actually focus on quite regularly and analyze the roots of that assessment and start to try and put little practices in place to try and change it. Because at the end of the day, whatever happened in the past happened, and I can choose to either take that as something that's meant to repeat over and over again, or I can take the lessons learned from that, implement them, and try and change that master assessment. Now, master assessments, however, just remember, they feel like fact, and so these are not things that you can just easily change your mind about. But you have to consistently work on them and consistently have better conversations with yourself so that you're not always bringing your back to that place of scarcity or, let down, or whatever it is that your master assessment is about yourself. Finally, master assessments can also be positive. They can be ego-driven. They can make us feel like we are better than everybody else. Those are extremely important ones to address as well, because they can have you living at a level higher than you really should be. And a little bit of humility is always okay for everybody. So the main message here, master assessments are just truths that we hold about ourselves that are not actually fact, but they're deep-seated beliefs. And the sooner that you can recognize, you can understand where the root of it is, you can start to begin to change that for the better.